New Jack.
New Jack is this.
It's the name of Teddy Riley's music.
I need to translate, okay?
Okay.
Mes kalbam apie hype ir New Jack Swing ir jie sako, kad nėra stiliaus, kuris vadintųsi hype arba New Jack Swing ir tai pavadino šokį prancūzai, kurie pamatė šitą šokį pirmą kartą ir nežinojo, kaip jį pavadinti. New Jack Swing tai yra muzikos pavadinimas. Suprantate, kaip klasikinė muzika, tai yra New Jack Swing. Teddy Riley tai yra žmogus, kuris sukūrė šitą muziką. Teddy Riley yra produceris. Taip pat jis sukūrė pilną albumą Michael Jackson ir Michael Jackson dainas yra pagal New Jack Swing muziką. Tai yra muzikos stilius. Ir nėra šokių, kurie vadinasi hype arba New Jack Swing, štai kaip pasakė.
Now, one of the things that's crazy, they didn't label Teddy Riley's music New Jack Swing until maybe 1991, 92.
Yeah.
He came out with his album from 1988, and a news reporter came up with that title. So it was never, the dance was never called New Jack Swing or hype. Hype was just a term to describe the energy, or the feeling, or, you know.
Something that was exciting or something that was dope. Like your shoes, your shirt, like, oh, that's hype. I gotta get that.
Hype tai yra tiesiog žodis, kuris tavo bat yra afigenį. Tai afigenį tai yra hype. Ir iš kur jie pamatė šitą šokį? But why they call this hype? Why?
Because they hear, whoever brought the dance from America to France heard that term when people were dancing.
A wrecking shop.
But no one, we didn't call the dance hype. Hype is a description of how you feel. It's not a dance.
Like if you're dancing and you so into the music, you so there, everybody say, yo, he's hyped. Let him go.
If you're dancing too hard and you're jumping around and out of control, you're like, he's too hyped.
Well, he's too hyped. Calm down.
So actually, when we do these moves, and we need to know the names of the moves, like social steps. When they call this New Jack Swing, they actually need to call this hip hop.
It was always called
hip hop.
It was never called New Jack Swing or hype or anything else.
But the steps,
the steps have names, and they wasn't called hip hop.
And put it this way: a lot of the steps that they say are New Jack Swing came before New Jack Swing. So how could they be New Jack Swing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Suprato, net dauguma žingsnių, kuriuos jie vadina, jie arba mes, New Jack Swing arba hype, buvo sukurti daug anksčiau. Kai kurie žingsniai iš tikrųjų dar prieš hip-hopo pavadinimą, suprantat? Žingsniai buvo sukurti anksčiau pavadinimo, suprantat? Daug anksčiau, suprantat? Dėl to tai tikrai juos negalima vadinti New Jack Swing arba hype, tai vadinasi hip-hop. Ir kiekvienas judesys šitame šoke turi savo pavadinimą. Yeah. Okay, explain me another thing. We all know popping, locking, house, and new style.
Okay.
No, we know popping, locking, house, and hip hop.
Yeah? So why is this? No, a lot of people dancing new style.
See, the sad part about it, in a couple of years, what new style will be? New old style?
Originally, from what I was told by Bruce, by Bob Son, by a few different dancers, that new style was a description of New York style, to describe the hip-hop from New York versus the hip-hop from LA. It's a description, you know, it's supposed to be New York style, but people got tired or just didn't want to say New York, so they just said new style.
New style.
But it's supposed to be New York style.
All right, New York.
But we never called it New York style.
We call it hip hop.
It's hip hop.
It's hip hop. Okay. So another question: can I call LA style hip hop, like hip hop LA or LA hip hop, or it's just LA, or it's just jazz?
Hip hop. It doesn't come from LA, so why would it be LA style? The style that they do in LA comes from New York.
From three guys, Keith, Randy, and Omar, called Shades, and they was doing jazz.
So this is jazz and hip hop.
It's a mixture.
It's a mixture. It's a fusion.
And street jazz, but that fusion started in New York, not in LA. Even the style that they've done the last, I don't know, 7, 8 to 10 years, that came from New York. That's a mixture of Darren Henson and a woman by the name of Rhapsody. You know, so they got that style from them. They were doing that style, and then they brought it to LA. Prior to that, LA was all about freestyle, like hip hop, like we did in New York. Yeah. So, you know, LA style. Is there a New York style of popping?
No.
Is there a New York style of locking? No. So why would there be an LA style of hip hop?
I don't know. We have Vilnius style of hip hop, you know. I'm joking. Yeah. Okay. So, but I saw this all LA style in Justin Timberlake clips. Like, this is hip hop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just how I describe it. The difference between the styles is this: that style, what you call hip hop, street jazz, or whatever, that's done here in the studio. When you see kids on the street, they don't dance like that. When you go to a club and you dance with a girl, you're not going to be doing choreography.
Because you can't.
What New York, you know, the original way of hip hop is based on you dancing with someone else, based on a cipher, based on a social event like a party or a club or a wedding or a bar mitzvah. This is where the dance comes from. You didn't do it in a studio. Now it's being codified and taught in studios, and it's being, you know, stuff is being added and taken out. But that's the difference. We, you know, use the term studio hip hop versus street hip hop, because the street hip hop, there's always something new. There's always a new dance to go. There's always something new to be added to the vocabulary, a new combination, and you can do it anywhere. Studio hip hop you can do in a studio, in a show, in a video. You're not going to dance with somebody and start doing choreography. It's just not going to happen. Nobody dances with other people in a social atmosphere doing choreography unless you're doing like a line dance.
Yeah.
Like the electric slide, the bus stop. That's line dancing, and that's not even choreography. It's a set dance and everybody just follows. So that's the difference between the two. We look at it as studio hip hop and street hip hop. Studio hip hop is only done here. Street hip hop can be done everywhere.
Well, is it right?
Pretty much.
Why we need to know? Why we need to know the names of the steps?
Because, put it this way, there's a vocabulary to locking. You know what a wrist roll is. You know what a Uncle Sam is. You know what the lock is. You know what stop and go is. You know in popping that there's waving, there's tutting, there's strobing, you know, there's animation, there's floats, you know, there's different names. It's the old man. There are different names for different steps and different styles. Same thing in house. Well, hip hop and house have a vocabulary. The problem is that most of the teachers never took the time out to try to learn this stuff, because they might know 2 or 3 steps, and then they just add in what they see in jazz class, and then it's hip hop.
Wrong.
You know, if you actually took the time to study and learn the dance, it's very easy to you know the terminology and what the steps are and the combinations between them. It's easy to segue between one step into another step, and the difference being, I can show you an entire line of choreography and take out each step, and you can do each step individually. That's what makes it a social dance. That's what separates it from just being choreography, because you can just do this just to dance. You don't ever have to do choreography. You can take each dance and do it by itself.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Vin, you will kill me.
Again.
You will kill me.
I will kill you?